All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to this. I want to go over the importance of continuing to wear your mask. I know many of you have had a lot of education about why it's so important, but I want to get into the reasons behind why it's so important, especially as we continue through this. We get into a very good routine, both in the clinic and out in the world, of taking it on, taking it off. And that's great, but over time, it would be very easy to kind of not have it on as much and let that slip a little bit. So I think the why behind it is what's most important. The number one thing to remember is how does COVID spread? The number one way that it spreads is respiratory, the droplets that come out of your mouth. So we know it spreads on surfaces, but it's more likely to spread respiratory, and that's why we have social distancing and masks. Now, the whole point of the mask, it needs to be worn by both people who are communicating, even at a 6-foot distance. Your mask contains your droplets. So it is protecting the other person, because technically their droplets can still come through your mask. Although it does offer some measure of protection to that, it's not 100%. So it's very important that both people wear it. If I have a mask on, my droplets are not coming out to you. And then if you have your mask on, your droplets are not coming to me. So that is why both people wearing it is so critical at all times. Then what I also wanted to encourage everyone to look at is educating each other on this as time goes on, because it's very easy to forget this. For instance, Modoma employees, you've really become the experts for our patients on COVID education because of the significant training that we've had and the ongoing training that we're continuing to have. And already we know at Modoma that it is our job and our passion to empower our patients to take a proactive approach to their health. So that is 100% true even in this pandemic. All the more reason it's true, because we're empowering you to do that. So with that education, an example comes to mind. I saw a new patient as a wellness coordinator, introducing them to Modoma on Friday, and she came in very excited and had a mask on, but the mask was a little bit below her nose. I asked her to please put the mask up over her nose. She did. She was happy. We could have continued on and left it at that, but it was very important to me that she understand why. So I explained to her that if her nose wasn't also covered, she still could be receiving droplets that would go up into her nose even if her mouth was protected. So what came of that, it turns out that she is an employee of a medical facility and she's on the front line. She's in an assembly line. She cannot socially distance during her job, so mask use is very important. They had not been fully educated on that, so she was very, very grateful to find that out. And that just reminded me how important it is. You never know who you're talking to, what education they do or don't have, so don't assume that everyone knows this, and please, please share that education. Thank you so much for that. We will be continuing to educate you as this goes on, and we appreciate you tuning in.